Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Trippy Commentaries. Thanks for joining me here in Grand Theft Auto 5 as we try to solve the Chiliad mystery. We are here at Franklin's house. This is the nicest safe house in the game. It has all of the amenities, by far the best view, and there's some very interesting things inside that we are going to look at in today's episode. I hope all you guys had a great week. This is going up on a Friday, and not just any Friday, a St. Patrick's Day Friday. So I hope all you guys are getting extra trippy on your St. Patty's Day. Thanks again for joining up for the episode. Subscribe if you're new. We do have a live stream coming up later on tonight and tomorrow. So hit the notification button and it'll tell you exactly when the Trippy crew goes live. Let's get into it, guys.
Welcome to television's unchallenged authority on wealth, prestige, and success. It's another dazzling lifestyles of the rich and famous. Meet the stars of show business and big business. Discover how life's winners live, love, and spend their fortunes. Enter their dazzling world of luxury on privileged tours of the fantasy palaces they call home.
So let's kick off the first ever Trippy Cribs. We're of course here at Franklin's house. I know many of you might think that Michael's mansion is a little bit nicer. That one has its own tennis court and a huge fenced-in lawn. But I think that location means everything here in Los Santos. Franklin's view is epic, and of course it's on the hills, so I would go with Franklin's. But let me know what you guys think. The garage is really not the greatest. I do have a Merryweather patrol car stashed away, but I think it has a pretty cool entrance right here to the backyard, and you have the stairwell that leads right down to something Franklin has unlike any other character, and that is a loving animal. What are you up to, Chop? What the hell? It looked like the poop was glowing for a second there. Damn, dog. Now, I think that Chop was a little bit of an afterthought. I really don't like to, take him for a walk or play fetch with him anytime, but it is available for those who do want to have a virtual pet here in Grand Theft Auto 5. Damn, Chop, enough already. Jeez, my favorite thing about the house is the infinity pool. Check this out, guys. I have always wanted an infinity pool for myself. It basically has the effect that the water just goes directly off the side of a cliff, and what is better than swimming while looking at that? That is an amazing view, a perfectly recreated Los Angeles skyline here in GTA 5. And not to mention, you also do have the jacuzzi, a little bit better than Michael's. Michael has a great setup himself. So here's the back entrance. Now, unfortunately, there's a lot of rooms that we cannot see inside of Franklin's house, like this one. So if Rockstar were to open it all up, you would really see that Franklin does have the best house by far. How about this bathtub? I mean, would you ever use this thing? Maybe if you have a lady friend in here or something, or maybe let her use it. But yeah, that's kind of crazy. A huge walk-in closet that can handle everything. But let's go ahead and get into some of the more unusual things that you can find here at Franklin's house. There are some icons from the past that really prove that GTA San Andreas, the original version of San Andreas, is very well connected to this edition of Grand Theft Auto. You can see that you have the Mad Dog poster. Mad Dog is the most well-known rapper in San Andreas. CJ eventually saves his life, becomes his manager, and then gets to move into his mansion, which is the nicest in the entire game. So it's pretty cool how Franklin has the poster right there, and next to it you have the OG Loke poster, which is even better, guys. It has some tour dates featuring the corner killers, but if you scroll down, you can see some well-hidden cities, including Vice City and Las Venturas. It even has the locations that the tour is going to visit. So that's interesting, guys, because both of those cities have not had an HD version yet. So maybe that's proving that Las Venturas and Vice City will eventually come back. I think that Vice City will return for Grand Theft Auto 6, but that is probably your evidence that Rockstar does want to bring it back, hopefully sooner rather than later. You have the gold-plated albums here. Now, we pointed out the different Egyptian and Mayan references in the game, especially with the pyramids. If you collect all the spaceship parts, and that is attached to Franklin, who unlocks the space docker, those parts have pyramids on them. And then at Franklin's aunt's house, you even have an obelisk. So there's a lot of different references to this ancient culture and aliens and all that. So you do have this thing here, guys. Not too sure what to make of it. Kind of random, but it just shows you the kind of stuff that Franklin's into, especially having some relics from the past. Now, if you come over to his living room, there's one thing that makes his house extremely nice, and that is the telescope. We already know about the view, but that telescope is a perfect angle at downtown Los Santos and the stars. And considering you have the shoot for the stars clue, and we've always been looking at UFOs, different things out in outer space possibly here in GTA 5, it's nice to have the telescope right there in the living room next to all the other great amenities. You have the smokage here, including the fireplace, guys. Check this out, guys. I'm not too sure what to make of this. This either looks like maybe a relic from the past, one of the ancient civilizations, or maybe even some sort of humanoid alien. Let me know what you guys think. I will say it's unusual how Franklin still has pictures of him and his ex-girlfriend up. I mean, she told him that she was getting married to a doctor, so I think it's time for him to move on. Hopefully he can find a new girlfriend. What is this poster right here? This looks kind of unusual. Oh, nice. It's another tour poster. See, this stuff is very, very cool, guys, and it shows you that Franklin is probably a lot like CJ. Mad Tour live at Vinewood Bowl Center. Man, where the hell's Mad Dog? He definitely should have came back. He was actually a pretty epic character from GTA San Andreas. One quick thing I do want to point out here, guys, before we get into an interesting symbol that is here at Franklin's house. So if you look over on Franklin's bed, you can see a shirt that says I Heart LS. That will only spawn when you get 100% completion in the game. And if you look behind Franklin's bed, you can see some hidden nudie magazines. Come on, Franklin, who has freaking porno magazines anymore? And you could at least find a better hiding spot for him. You can see Franklin's love of sports. He has a pretty nice autograph collection. Now, if you hit this guitar, it does make a sound effect, although it's knocked down. And then there's a basketball as well. But that's about it, guys. There's a couple other weird things. These pictures are definitely strange. We'll be looking at one here very soon. And then you have this box here. What's in the box? A lot of you guys have reached out to me telling me about the books. I know a lot of these things are Easter eggs themselves. Red Dead by Jay Marston. That is a clear reference towards Red Dead Redemption. I did not know that John Marston was an author, but I don't think any of these are specific towards Franklin. Maybe this one here. Ghetto Booty, Shake That Ass. That one's actually pretty thick. And then you have Erotic in Space by a Robot. So I think all of these can be found in the different mansions, but let me know if there's one that you think might be connected to Franklin himself. Now let's take a look at this picture that you can see when you first walk through the door, guys. A huge red painting. It looks a little bit familiar, maybe showing off the towers in downtown Los Santos. But one thing that stands out to me, guys, you can see pretty well hidden, is a red X symbol. Now this is crazy, guys, considering the red X's are on the Chiliad Mystery Mural. That one looks a lot like those. And like I said, guys, you can find these red X's as you complete the heist missions. It's almost like the red X's are telling you the correct way to complete those heists. So here we have one very well hidden inside Franklin's house. And to me, I think that this is referencing the Maze Bank, guys. If you look at the shape of the top of this tower on the left, it looks like the top of the Maze Bank building. We've already been looking at that building a lot. That is one of the locations for the cracked egg. It is also the tallest obelisk in the game. We've had obelisk connections to Franklin. You can find a hidden Epsilon tract there. There's a lot of crazy connections to the Chiliad Mystery. And now we have the red X. As far as I can see, it looks like the building on the right is the one that's under construction. So let's see if we can find a reference point to this red X. It really could just be pointing towards Franklin himself, considering, he's the character that you cannot kill. We've thought that he's probably going to be connected to another Grand Theft Auto game. I could see him returning for Grand Theft Auto 6, maybe even as a main villain. But the fact that he is the one making these main choices, it seems to definitely be pointing out Franklin, and we kind of thought that he was the cracked egg to begin with, you know, the central character, especially when you compare it to the mural, how the egg goes right through the core of the mountain up towards the UFO on the top. So I really think that Franklin is this important character because he's the one that needs to make the final decision, and we cannot kill or remove him no matter what, guys. So we're kind of stuck with Franklin. So here is what the angle would look like from the painting, guys. I guess this building in the front would not be in the picture. It would be pretty much the Maze Bank, along with, actually, you know what? Damn, it could be this building as well. What is this? The Schillenberg Socks? Let me know what you guys think. I really do think that because the way that that building is shaped, even though it's a painting, it does have a very good resemblance to the building under construction. And I will point out, guys, at Franklin's house, when you move in, everything starts to slowly kind of take form. You have all these boxes, and Franklin is slowly getting everything together. But by the end of the game, Franklin, it's now his house. You know, it's his home. He's got everything set up exactly like he wants it. So the fact that the painting is showing off a building that shows progress, I think that might be part of it as well. I know it's deep, but the fact that the red X is really the same as the ones on that mystery mural, I do think it shows you how important that it really is. So the red X would be interesting, guys. If you look at it from this angle, to me, it looks like the red X is exactly where the flame is. So this is definitely where the red X is pointing us towards, guys. First of all, you have the red, green, and blue colors, exactly like the formation and colors of the candles when you do yoga. Especially when you're doing yoga on top of Mount Gordo, overlooking Mt Chiliad. And if you think about the eternal flame below the altruist camp, we still have not really thought of a true significance for that cave. I know there's these different symbols and the messages there are crazy as well. Well, I think that this shows you that the eternal flame is a very important symbol as well, guys. But the most important thing for me when it comes to this place is that this was built for the Los Angeles Olympics. And how they kicked off those Olympics was with a UFO and a jetpack. I'll put a link in the description, guys. You have to check it out. They had a replica UFO and a guy flying around on a jetpack to kick off the Los Angeles Olympics. So it shows you just how important that stuff is for the city of Los Santos. Thanks again for joining up for the episode, guys. There are heavy rumors right now that Rockstar is going to add a military DLC sometime before Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out. And many people think that that military DLC could include the Black Project. If you've played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, then you know that the Black Project is the Jetpack. So will Rockstar just give us the Jetpack via DLC? Is it still in the game to unlock? I think that the military DLC would have something to do with the aliens. You have the Zancudo UFO always hovering right above the military base. But will we need a jetpack to take on the aliens? That is the question. I think we'll probably need a lot more than that. Thanks again, guys. Stay tuned. We have a live stream coming up later on this evening as well as tomorrow. So I hope to see you guys there. Have a great weekend. But more importantly, as always, make sure to stay trippy, my friends.